Hello friends, in this video we will understand what is meant by static error. We will derive the ESS formula, that is nothing but a steady state error formula, and after that I'll make you understand what is meant by Kp, Kv and Ka. Let us begin. So before we move to a static error analysis, first of all, we will have a derivation for ESS, that is nothing but a steady state error. So this R of S is nothing but a reference input in Laplace domain. This is nothing but a feedback signal. Of course, it is in Laplace domain. E of S stands for error signal in Laplace domain, and C of S is what we called as output in Laplace domain. So this is what we called as summing point. As you can see, there are two inputs. One input is R of S, the other input is B of S, which is feedback signal, and we have a negative sign here. So E of S is nothing but output of this summing point. So I can write E of S value equal to R of S minus what? B of S. Am I right? As you can see, B of S is nothing but output of this block. Input of this block is nothing but C of S, and H of S is a transfer function. We know what is the relation between input, output and transfer function. Am I right? So I can say that input into transfer function is nothing but B of S. So I'm going to replace my B of S. So E of S I can write R of S minus B of S is replaced with C of S multiplied by H of S. I hope you understood this. Secondly, for this block output is C of S. For this block input is E of S, and G of S is nothing but transfer function. So you know that output of the block is nothing but input multiplied by transfer function. So now I can express my C of S as E of S into what? G of S. So this is what I'm going to substitute in equation 1 here. So my E of S becomes E of S is equal to R of S minus, as I said, C of S I'm going to replace with E of S into G of S, and we already had H of S here like this. So what I'll do is I'll take this term to left hand side and I'll take E of S common. What remains inside? It is 1 plus G of S H of S, which is equal to what? R of S. Or now I can say E of S is simply R of S whole divided by 1 plus G of S into H of S. Am I right? So this is nothing but E of S expression, okay? So I'll start from the step that I have got at the end, which is E of S is equal to R of S whole divided by 1 plus G of S into H of S. Am I right? Now, if you see the time response, it somehow looks like this. For example, I have given, a step input, or rather I would say a unit step input. This is the output response you get. This kind of output response you get, So this is nothing but actual output. And you know what? This is what we called as a reference input, or I would say a desired output. So from the beginning, if you see, even from t equal to 0, as you can see, this error means a difference between what? A difference between the desired output and the actual output. As you can see, this difference goes on decreasing. Am I right? So I would say this is nothing but error. Error means desired output and actual outputs difference. Am I right? So difference between desired output and actual output is considered as to be error. And as you can see, this error is a function of time, because as soon as the time is progressing, error is reducing. So this error is considered to be function of time. So this E of t is an error which is function of time. You know what I'm interested into? I'm interested into a steady state error. Let me tell you, steady state error is the error seen when system reaches to steady state. So what I'm doing over here, as you can see, I'm dividing this response in two categories. First category is known as a transient response, and the remaining category is known as a steady state response. So the error seen at a steady state response is considered to be ESS. ESS stands for a steady state error. Am I right? So ESS stands for steady state error. So you know what? This ESS is nothing but a steady state error, or I can say error which comes in steady state, or error which comes when time tends to infinity. So I would say ESS is nothing but error E of t when time approaches to what? Infinity. I hope you understood this. Am I right? Now you should know something about a final value theorem. In Laplace transform, you must have learned this. So what we say, if f of t is a function of time, and let's say its Laplace transform is f of s, then by using a final value theorem, if you say limit t is approaching to infinity f of t, this is equivalent to limits s tends to 0 s into f of s. So this is the relation between f of t and f of s. If you want to calculate, a final value of f of t, a final value means when time approaches to infinity. But since you have to calculate it in a Laplace domain or in terms of its Laplace domain value, then you have to use this formula, popularly known as a final value theorem. So let us use this final value theorem. Instead of f of t, I'll go for e of t because error is also a function of time. So I can say limit when time approaches to infinity e of t, I can say this is equal to limits s tends to 0 s into. Now for f of t, if the Laplace transform is f of s, for e of t, I supposed to write e of s as a Laplace domain. You know what? This limit when t tends to infinity, e of t is nothing but a steady state error, ESS. So on left hand side, I can write ESS, which is equal to limits when s is approaching to 0 or when s tends to 0, s into e of s. And you know what? E of s I have already derived here. So let me just copy that value here. So s into r of s upon 1 plus g of s into h of s. So this is nothing but a steady state error value. So let us discuss this formula now. So ESS is always equal to limits s tends to 0 s into r of s upon 1 plus g of s into h of s. So you know what? H of s is known to be a feedback element. Sometimes this h of s is unity, sometimes h of s may not be unity. Let me tell you, in control system, some formulas are applicable only when it is a unity feedback system, and some formulas are there which are even applicable for non-unity feedback systems also. So now I want to tell you over here, just keep on note down everything that I say over here. This formula is applicable even though h of s equal to 1 or h of s may not be equal to 1. So this formula is applicable for unity feedback system also as well as for non-unity feedback system also. So see, it is very simple. When I say unity feedback, it means h of s value equal to 1. Then this formula results like this. Limits s tends to 0. I can say s into r of s upon what? Upon simply 1 plus g of s, because h of s value equal to 1. Am I right? So this is the only change that happens when h of s equal to 1. I hope you understood my point. So this formula that I have derived is applicable for unity feedback system also as well as non-unity feedback system also. Now let us get into the formula. If you see carefully, this ESS depends on two important factors. First, R of S. What is R of S? R of s is nothing but input. Am I right? And also it depends on g of s, h of s. And let me tell you, this g of s, h of s is popularly known as open loop transfer function, or sometimes it is called as a loop gain. Or I would say ESS depends on input as well as system parameters. After all, g of s, h of s describes what? It describes system parameter. It describes the system. Am I right? So here I need to conclude that ESS is either function of what? It is function of input, and also it is function of what? System parameters, which is nothing but g of s, h of s. So why I'm telling you this? Just because now we are going to understand ESS dependency on input and ESS dependency on g of s, h of s. So in this video, what we will emphasize on a very first part, that is ESS dependency on input. How ESS changes itself on variation of input. That input is nothing but the reference input that you apply to a system. And this could be unit step, this could be unit ramp, or this could be unit parabolic input. Let us see one by one. So let me just write the topic, what we are going to see over here. So this is what we are going to look after now. That is dependency of steady state error on the reference input. And this reference input can either a unit step input, it can be a unit ramp input, and it can be unit parabolic input. So there are alternative names to those inputs. So step input is also known as a position input. Ramp input is also known as a velocity input. And a parabolic input is also known as acceleration input. So please don't forget those alternative names also. So first of all, we will see how ESS changes, or how ESS depends on when the reference input is a unit step input. So let us begin with a unit step input. So first category I'm going to start with a unit step input. So we know that for unit step input, R of t is always 1 for t greater than 0, and R of s is what? It is 1 by s. So we know that in general ESS is limits when s is tending to 0, s into what? R of s upon 1 plus g of s into h of s. Here, since R of s value equal to 1 by s, let us substitute over here. So ESS becomes when limit s is tending to 0, s into R of s value is 1 by s whole divided by 1 plus g of s h of s. Here s gets cancelled. What is remaining? What is remaining? Let me write it. ESS is equal to limits s is tending to 0, 1 divided by 1 plus g of s h of s. Now try to understand my point. My point is, here wherever you have s, you have to substitute value of s to be equal to 0. But then look at the numerator. Numerator is constant. This 1 in the denominator is also constant. So only part which is s dependent is the one which I'm highlighting over here, which is g of s, h of s. Am I right? So I can rewrite this. So what am I supposed to write? ESS is always 1 divided by 1 plus limit s is approaching to what? 0, g of s into h of s. I hope you got my point. So let me tell you, the formula that I have over here is again applicable for unity as well as non-unity feedback. I hope you understood this. But if h of s value equal to 1, I repeat, but if h of s value equal to 1, then that is if and only if h of s equal to 1, that is nothing but a unity feedback system, then can you see this part? So I'm going to define this part. Provided h of s equal to 1, then limit s is approaching to 0, g of s into h of s is known as some constant value. You will get some constant value, and that constant is denoted by letter k. You know what? This unit step input, preferably step input I'm talking about, also known as a position input. So this is referred to as kp, called as a position error coefficient, or it is also known as a position error constant. So kp stands for positional error coefficient or a positional error constant. So only if, as I said, if h of s equal to 1, that is for unity feedback system, now I can say ESS is equal to 1 upon 1 plus kp. I hope you got the formula. ESS is 1 upon 1 plus kp. Now this formula is applicable only and only for unity feedback system. Only for unity feedback system, I would say limits s tends to 0, g of s into h of s is considered to be kp. Kp stands for a positional error coefficient. So let me start with the second input, which is nothing but a unit ramp input. In fact, this ramp input is also known as a velocity input. We know that r of t is simply equal to t for t greater than 0, and r of s is 1 upon s square. So in the derived ESS formula, I'm just going to replace r of s, because what we are going to look after in this session is dependency of steady state error when input changes. So original ESS formula was limit s is tending to 0, s into r of s upon 1 plus g of s into h of s. So value of r of s is equal to 1 upon s square. I'm going to substitute over here. So ESS in turn becomes limit s is tending to 0, s into 1 upon s square whole divided by 1 plus g of s into h of s. Here s gets cancelled, and the remaining s I can shift in denominator, so it becomes like this. ESS is equal to limit s is tending to 0, 1 divided by, so when this s gets shifted in the denominator, it gets multiplied to both the terms. It becomes s plus s into g of s, h of s. I hope you got my point. Now our job is to substitute s equal to 0 everywhere. So I can say this s value equal to 0. I cannot substitute s equal to 0 here because g of s h of s is still unknown to me, because this g of s h of s can be a function which will have s in the denominator also. So this ss will may get cancelled. So you cannot substitute s equal to 0 in a second term. So this is a second term where you are not going to substitute equal to 0. But in first term, pretty well you can substitute s equal to 0. In turn, what you have remaining term as 1 whole divided by, when limit s is tending to 0, g of s into h of s. So I have this as a final formula. And again, let me tell you, this formula is applicable for unity as well as non-unity feedback. For unity feedback, h of s value equal to 1. For non-unity feedback, h of s may be something, of course, other than 1. So you have to only substitute over here. So this formula is in general applicable for unity as well as non-unity feedback system. But preferably when now h of s equal to 1, that is for unity feedback system. So if and only if I'm saying h of s value equal to what? 1, then limit s tending to 0, s times g of s h of s. So once the value of g of s h of s is known to you, provided h of s value equal to 1, when you substitute over here, you get some answer, you get some constant value. Okay, so that constant value is referred to as k, but this constant value or coefficient you are getting only when the input is a velocity input, therefore it is known as kv, stands for velocity error coefficient. Let me tell you, this velocity error coefficient term is applicable only and only if feedback element, that is h of s, equal to 1. That is nothing but a unity feedback system. It should be strictly unity feedback system. So now I can define my ESS as 1 upon kV. Please understand, this is applicable only when unity feedback system. I hope you understood this ESS dependency on ramp input. Let us go for the last input, which is nothing but a unit parabolic input. This parabolic input is also known as an acceleration input. Am I right? Fine. Now, let us proceed. For a parabolic input, R of t is t square by 2. So, respective R of s is simply 1 upon s cube. Please don't forget this R of s for a parabolic input. Let us substitute in ESS formula, which is ESS equal to, when limit s tends to 0, s into R of s whole divided by 1 plus g of s h of s. Let us substitute value of R of s here. So ESS becomes limits s is tending to 0, s into 1 upon s cube over 1 plus g of s into h of s. So when you cancel this s, what is remaining in the denominator is s square, and this s square can get shifted in the denominator. So in denominator it gets multiplied to both the terms. ESS equal to 1 whole divided by limit s is approaching to 0, s square plus s square times g of s into h of s. Our job is to substitute wherever there is s, that is s equal to 0. So for first term, we are okay that we can substitute s equal to 0, but for second term, I cannot go for s value substitution because still g of s, h of s is unknown to me, right? So let us substitute in first term s value equal to 0. If s equal to 0, of course s square will be equal to 0. So what is the final formula for ESS is simply 1 upon limit when s is approaching to 0, s square times g of s into h of s. Am I right? So whatever formula now we have derived, again it is in general true for unity feedback system as well as non-unity feedback system. But if h of s equal to 1, then the denominator which is present over here is known as acceleration error coefficient, that is Ka. So only if h of s value equal to 1, only then acceleration error coefficient Ka is defined as limits s tends to 0, s square times g of s into h of s. So now I can write my ESS value finally as 1 upon Ka, but again let me be very precise, only for h of s value equal to 1, otherwise Ka term cannot be defined. Okay, but then student asked me question, sir, what if h of s is not equal to 1 and still if I want to calculate Ka? So let me tell you, if h of s value is not equal to 1, then you cannot define first of all Ka term. So the system which is given to you, if it is, let's say, non-unity feedback system, you have to convert that non-unity feedback system into a unity feedback system. How to do that? Of course we are going to discuss that. So even though the system is a non-unity feedback system, by converting such system into unity feedback system, you can still define Kp, Kv, Ka terms. So let me do the final summary and we can conclude the lecture. So we have seen ESS is a function of what? A reference input. This reference input can be position input, velocity input, or an acceleration input. That is nothing but a unit step input, unit ramp input, or unit parabolic input. So we have seen ESS can be 1 upon 1 plus Kp in case of what? In case of unit step input, that is nothing but a position input, provided Again, this formula is applicable only if h of s equal to 1. Secondly, ESS also we have seen it is 1 upon kV. Again, this formula is applicable for a unit ramp input. For unit ramp input, we also call a velocity input. Again, for this category, h of s must be 1. So whatever I'm talking about, it is only applicable only when h of s equal to 1. And third ESS that we have derived is 1 upon Ka. So this is applicable when input is a unit parabolic input, also known as an acceleration input. So Kp is nothing but a positional error coefficient, Kv stands for velocity error coefficient, and Ka is known as an acceleration error coefficient. So the formula for Kp is simply limit s is tending to 0, g of s into h of s. Kv is limit s is tending to 0, s times g of s into h of s. And finally, Ka formula, I can say limit s is tending to 0, s square times g of s into h of s. Let me be very clear, this all three formulas are applicable only if h of s equal to 1, that is for a unity feedback system. I'm sure you have understood the dependency of a steady state error on a type of input, and also for every input we have seen how Kp, Kv, Ka formulas are calculated. So ESS in terms of Kp, Kv, Ka you can express only and only if there is a unity feedback system. Thank you.